Right. You're asking me what a guru is like.
Yeah, what it was like.
A guru was crazy, okay? A guru was huge. You would go and you would see, the Lord Mayor's show would have hundreds of people standing all the way back and up a hill. We had the fellow by the name of the Obscene Juggler who would do shows. You'd stand up underneath a tree and do stand-up comedy with juggling. He would clog the streets. He would end up having 3,000 people watching him. It was crazy. It was so big, and and everybody was there for the same reason. They were having a good time. It was, the hippie thing had something to do with it. People were a little bit more, up to the idea of going off on on a strange tangent back then. But it was a marvelous thing. It was really, it was Dionysian, in the way that they have the great Dionysian festivals as opposed to Apollonian, which was all very, severe. It was revelry at the highest. It was, I think, the real spirit of revelry. And I think it was a remarkable thing. I wish some of these people could have seen it back then. What they have now here is a little smaller, but no less, having the same essence, because the spirit of revelry is still here. People are still having a good time. People are still putting on the mask and are, reveling in the fact that this is their history, that we are, this is our history. The history is still alive. Ancient Rome is still alive. In us, ancient Greece is still alive. In us, the Renaissance, the English Renaissance is still alive in us, and that's why we're here. A lot of reasons why we're here, but that's one of them.
Can you tell us a bit about your mundane life and how your life on the world outside and how this carries over into that?
Well, I've had all sorts of for 18 years I was with CNN. I was an entertainment reporter. This is Dennis Michael with a Hollywood Minute. And it kept me from doing this, really, because as a journalist, you're on call 24 hours a day. Peter Lawford could die. You'd have to go do the obit and things of that nature. So I would go to Faire when I could. Previous to that, I was in radio, and that kept me from doing some of those things as well. 5 years ago, or actually it's about 7 years ago now, the Time Warner takeover of Turner Broadcasting, there were downsizings. I was let go. I'm now involved as a voice artist for an outfit called Sky Radio. I do voice work for the airlines. That's very 9 to 5. That's Monday through Friday. So I'm now free to do this. And when Faire moved to about 3 miles from where I live, it was an omen. So now I'm here acting. I'm here playing the part. I originally just brought my daughters to do it. My middle daughter, who was wanting to got a part. I found out later, because she was 17, she couldn't be here all the time without some kind of guardian, i.e. me. And so therefore I thought, well, if I'm going to be here all day, I may as well try to take a part. And I did. I took the part of the brewmaster, for which I have later discovered I was born to play. And ever since then, this is the highlight of the year. The guys I work with know I do this. They are amused by it. Some of them come. But there's a certain amount of, him, that sort of thing. I'll show up at Halloween in my costume, and that shakes them up too. But then some of the things they wear are a little bizarre too, so there you are.
So you said you bring your daughters. How have they been coming to Faire for a long time? How is this? How does any of your family?
My wife and I were going to Faire long before we got married together. We used to be Faire Ever Pass people. We would buy it and come every day, every weekend. All of my daughters attended Faire in utero. I have pictures of my eldest daughter here at the age of 1.5, something of that nature, in a little jester's costume when she learned how to walk. All my kids have been coming to Faire since this. They don't remember any time though when there wasn't Faire. Faire was something that we just did in the spring and always is. Now my eldest daughter is a student. She's on the other side of town. She's getting married. But my middle daughter is a reveler, May reveler, and my youngest daughter is a Foolie, a member of the Fools Guild here. They're both playing. They're both here in the part of the show.
So then they essentially brought up within the Renaissance Festival culture.
Yes. The ones we went to. We went basically to this one. Occasionally we went to the northern one on a couple of occasions. They know this one now, of course, because they're part of doing this on a full-on basis. We did the Elsinore Fair last fall. I was Lord Mayor there and got to write the script for the 3 shows there. And my youngest daughter played one of my daughters there, which was kind of interesting. All of us have been up to Northern now, to Northern California Fair. We're hoping one of these days to get out to Bristol, which is put on by the REP people now, because we understand that one's marvelous as well. We very much like Northern. Northern's a terrific fair.
How do you feel that the raising a family around this environment is it beneficial? I mean,
you won't find a better, more loyal, more friendly, more accepting group of people with minds, every one of them, smart people. Coming here, I have developed an entirely new cadre of friends, people I am in touch with all year long, people I am proud to spend time with, people I am proud to call friends. As I was saying, I worked at CNN, I worked in in television. When I started performing here, my first sort of egomaniacal thought was, hey, well, I've done it professionally. I can blow through these people in a half an hour. I'm running to keep up 3 years later with these people. They're some of the most talented, funniest, sharpest performers I've ever worked with or ever even seen. These amazing group of folks, just fantastic.
What do you think the people that these performers that you're talking about do this instead of, say, work in, say, the television series or theater? Or
Some of them do. Some of them do. But this, it's freer. It gives you, you have different things to work with. The group is better. I don't know if I'd do a play now. I used to do it when I was a kid. I don't know if I would do a play now, but I would certainly never miss this. A lot of it, I guess, has to do with the fact that you're making it up as you go along, that it is improvisational, and that you can be surprised. Holy mackerel, can you be surprised? We just had that happen on the Lord Mayor's stage. Shakespeare was brought in by a group of sea dogs in a bag. He made his normal entrance, but just in a slightly different way. Fella can make an entrance, he really can. But you're always surprised here. It's always, there's always something that you're going to bust out laughing at. You can't get that anywhere else. You can't get almost all of this. You can't get anywhere else.
So you would say they do it more for the love instead of the money?
There isn't any money for most of us. It's a stipend at the very best, and it barely covers gas. No, if we were doing it for love, we wouldn't do it at all. But there's plenty of love. Oh, is there plenty of love? People love doing this. They do it for years and years and years, and there's every reason to. God knows I'm an example.
Describe, aside from your family life within this, what kind of friendships and relationships have you built up here over the years?
I've very, very close relationships with some of my co-stars. The co-actors, I guess I should say, just a term. Jennifer, who plays Mistress Hops, the brew mistress. She'd come and help me fix a tire in the middle of the night. And vice versa. Johnny Breen, who plays the Lord Mayor, the man has the clown gene. I've learned so much from him, I can't even believe it. I've shared trips up to Northern with other folks that are here, at Faire. I'm constantly in contact with them on Tribe and the like. We lost a cast member this last year, went up to Washington to live. We're in contact with her all the time, and we're making sure we're going to try to work out an arrangement to go up to the fair they have up in Seattle now. We've just got another one we're going to add to the route, I guess is the way of putting it.
How does, given the sense of community around Faire, how does that work out? And is it a viable kind of alternative center, social center?
Not at all. It is, in many serious ways, it is a pretty social center. I mean, it's amazing when you see these people, get together. A great day to see is registration day, when we first come together again to begin this process that's almost over here now. The day that we show up to sign up, figure out who's going to be in what guilds, welcome newcomers and the like. Can't get anything done. Everybody's hugging everybody else. I haven't seen them for 8 or 9 months. You get a family reunion every year. And it's a joyful day. Everybody, my God, where you been? That's sort of, it's wonderful. It really is. And these are very, very close people. They're very close friends. Go watch the Boggarts. These guys are together all the time. You've got that already, I'm sure. Anything else I can tell you? You have the Rennie question. I heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, oops.
Yeah.
Give us your definition of the term Rennie.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, what? It is Rennie, right? You were saying Rennie. I'm not that crazy about the term Rennie, but I guess, the Trekkies don't like Trekkie either. Renaissance is too, what? Renaissance is too beautiful a word to shorten is the way I look at it. But they are very much of a type. They're all very smart, very sharp people. They are, as a rule, there are exceptions everywhere, but they're, as a rule, some most straightforward people. They, living in this environment, honor means something. They believe in what you see in the old swashbuckling movies. You have to be a straight up person. You have to be honorable. You have to do the right thing. And they do. And they take it seriously. And they do it beautifully. And they are wonderful friends. Every one of them is smart. Every one of them is open-hearted. You have a hell of a good time here. And I wouldn't spend my weekends in the spring anyplace else. That's a closer, I heard it.